Morning, BookTube. Bill Ruttenberg here with the Ruttenberg Library, and just wanted to come to you this morning with a Friday reads on a what's becoming Saturday morning, and I mean to get these videos out on Friday nights, and it just does not work. And Saturday mornings when I can do that, but hope you could forgive me for that. So this is the second week in a row of this, but that's okay. I just wanted to do a little recap on what's going on in my life for the last week, and then tell you a little bit about what I'm reading, what I have read, what I am reading, what I plan to read. So here we go. So this week had a lot going this week with being a teacher at school. We get busy with everything, and as a lot of you probably know, when you got kids in school, your lives kind of evolve around the school calendar, and that's pretty much what this week was. Last Saturday we got the privilege of going to the junior variety show at school. My daughter's a junior, and they're raising money for the after prom, so that the big plan is they want the kids to stay at the after prom to make sure that they're not out doing silly stuff, drinking and getting in cars and all that kind of bad stuff that can happen with kids. And so what they've been doing is a lot of fundraising, and they like to give a lot of big prizes at the after prom as kind of an incentive to make sure the kids are coming. And so they've been doing these fundraisers, and so the junior variety show, they put together a lot of acts, and we got a couple talented singers in our school, and we got to watch them, and we got some dancers and tumblers and just all sorts of different talents that they were showcasing at school. What else did we see? We got to see some of the speech contest stuff, like the improv acting. We got to watch. We got this little girl down the elementary who's a really good ventriloquist, and we got to watch her. And she didn't even have just one dummy that she was being a ventriloquist for. She had two of them going at the same time, and her own voice. It was very impressive, and you couldn't see her mouth move or anything, and that was a lot of fun to watch. But anyway, my daughter likes to sing, and so she sang a couple songs, and that's always entertaining for me. Not to be biased, but she's a heck of a singer. Anyway, so that carried us over to Monday, and of course the Democratic process was in works, and we got to go to the caucuses here in Iowa. I won't tell you which political party that was, because I have vowed that I'm going to keep this channel non-political. I want to get on here to talk about books, not politics, and politics makes me sick anyway. So, matter of fact, the whole week was a big week of politics. But as I said, we're not going to talk about that. But I did take Crimson to that because she's going to be 17 this spring, and I wanted her to go through that process and just experience that and understand how it works, and how the greatest country in the world has this democracy, and how is it that we pick these leaders, and just take her through that process. So that leads us on down into the last night. The reason I couldn't get the video up last night, we had basketball games. The high school had basketball games, and again, we were raising money for the junior class after prom, and we had a soup supper, and so the parents all bring soups, and that's a kind of a fundraiser, and it's literally a good fundraiser. Makes my stomach happy. and then today we're going to a speech contest here. Bus leaves at 6:45 in the a.m. So nice 2-hour ride up to Des Moines, and get to see the kids do their thing. And so my daughter's one of those that gets to go, and I get the privilege of riding the bus, and so that's what we're going to do. So I decided to get this video in before that. So well, I've been talking about Crimson. I'll tell you a fun thing that we've got to do is with Katie, my 2-year-old. She's discovered Hot Wheels, And I don't know about anybody out there, but I loved Hot Wheels when I was a kid. I still have some upstairs in the upper room in a storage container that I hope to someday get out with Katie. But I've noticed my daughter Katie is not like what my daughter Crimson was like. Crimson was pretty delicate with everything, and Katie's a little bit harder on her toys. So not quite ready to get it out yet. Maybe I'm being a little selfish. I don't know. But we did get her 3 Hot Wheels for Christmas in her stocking, and we went old school and made a track or a tube on the cheap. You know, took some paper towel, the middle of the paper towel, the cardboard centers, and taped those together. And we've been running the Hot Wheels through those, and they just roll clear across the wood floor, and my 2-year-old just absolutely loves that. And so that we've been doing that like all week, every day after school, and it hasn't gotten old yet. But so that's life with the kids. But anyway, let's get to the reading. So earlier this week, as I told you in the last Friday reads, I finished at the beginning of the week. I finished Thomas Fleming's Washington's Secret War, and my plan is to get a book review up on this. I've got everything kind of penciled out on what I want to say. I just got to do the video. So forgive me for not getting that up yet. I thought I'd get it up earlier in the week, and it just didn't happen. But I will have this up very soon. So I finished this book, and the other one that I had started reading was Stephen Ambrose's To America. I don't think it's going to take me very long to get through this. If I actually sit down and get to going on it. It's an excellent collection of essays and Ambrose's thoughts as a historian. He'd wrote it towards the end of his life when cancer had kind of taken a very strong hold on his life, and he was just kind of reflecting back on different events and the different things that he had wrote about during his life. And I have found it to be very good book. I will do a book review on this. But anyway, I'm in the middle of that. Let's see, I'm on chapter 5, so I'm like a solid 57 pages in, and it is not very big. The other one that I had started last week, I didn't know where I was going to go with my readings. I didn't know if I was getting myself burnt out on George Washington or not, and I got to work messing with my History Day project that I'm doing for the kids, the practice one, and the more I messed with that, the more excited I got about Washington and the Revolution. And so I picked up the next Washington book, and so The Return of George Washington. This one centers on the time period right after the Revolution and how he continues to save the United States between that and his first presidency. But I'd started that this morning. I think it'll be, once I get going on it, it's going to be, I think, a quick read, and I'll get a book review up on that when the time comes. But my fiction stuff that I'm going to read this week, actually today and probably finish it tomorrow is my guess, is John Grisham's Calico Joe. When we go to these speech contests, there's a lot of downtime. It's a 2-hour bus ride there, 2 hours back on the bus. And so, and the kids are usually really quiet on the bus ride home. So I decided that I would take this. It's a pretty thin volume, and so it's an easy one to read in between the kids' performances and on the bus ride. So I should be able to get this done today and tomorrow. And yeah, so that is my my planned reads for this week. Another plan that I have, hopefully that maybe even this weekend, is I want to get a book review up on The British Are Coming by Rick Atkinson. I had read that before Christmas, never got it done, the book review, never got the book review done, had all the notes ready to go, I just haven't done it. So I hope to get that one this weekend, and of course the one on Washington's Secret War. So that's my plans for this week. Remember, if you like this video, please feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. And thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good day.